Love After 60, The Science of Romance in the Golden Years. Imagine a 72-year-old widow, Margaret, sitting alone at her kitchen table, scrolling through photos of her late husband. Now picture her 6 months later, laughing over coffee with a man she met at a community dance class, her cheeks flushed with joy. Love in our later years isn't just possible, it's powerful. Today, we're exploring the science behind finding new romance after 60. From boosted brain health to unexpected risks, we'll uncover what researchers say about late-life love, paired with candid stories from seniors who've dared to open their hearts again. The benefits: why love thrives after 60. Let's start with the good news. A 2022 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that seniors in new romantic relationships experience a 30% reduction in depression symptoms compared to single peers. Why? Intimacy triggers dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals that combat loneliness and stress. Take 68-year-old Harold, a retired teacher who lost his wife to cancer. After years of grief, he joined a senior hiking group and met Linda. "I didn't think I'd ever feel butterflies again," Harold admits. "But our first kiss? My arthritis pain literally faded for hours. My doctor says it's the oxytocin, nature's painkiller." Science backs Harold's experience. Researchers at UCLA found that affectionate touch lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, by 26% in seniors. Regular dates also keep the brain sharp. A 2023 neurology study revealed that older adults in loving relationships have slower memory decline, thanks to increased social engagement and mental stimulation. Then there's the physical boost. Dancing, traveling, or even cooking together keeps seniors active. "I've walked more miles holding Joan's hand than I ever did alone," laughs 71-year-old retired vet Samuel. His Fitbit proves it. He averages 4,200 extra steps daily since they met at a bookstore. But the perks of late-life love go beyond brain chemistry. A 2023 study in social psychological and personality science found that seniors in new relationships experience a 40% drop in loneliness, a risk factor deadlier than obesity or smoking. Why? Companionship restores routine. As 70-year-old Helen, who rekindled a college romance via Facebook, explains, "Widowhood left my days empty. Now, we grocery shop on Tuesdays, watch more films on Fridays. Structure makes me feel anchored." Physical touch also plays a unique role. UCLA researchers found seniors who cuddle or hold hands daily have 23% lower blood pressure, equivalent to low-dose medication. "My cardiologist calls Paul my human beta blocker," jokes 74-year-old Rita, who met her partner at cardiac rehab. "We nap holding hands. Best prescription ever." Even conflict has silver linings. Gerontologist Dr. Linda Waite notes, "Healthy debates keep the prefrontal cortex engaged." Her study found seniors in lively relationships score 18% higher on problem-solving tests. "We argue about politics daily," grins 77-year-old former Congressman Arthur. "My neurologist says it's delaying my Alzheimer's." Take that, Medicare. The drawbacks: navigating risks and realities. But late-life love isn't all sunset strolls. Financial advisor and gerontologist Dr. Emily Park warns, seniors often overlook practical risks in the rush of new romance. Consider finances. A 2024 AARP survey found 1 in 5 seniors have been asked to co-sign loans or share accounts within 6 months of dating. 73-year-old widow Eleanor learned this the hard way. "He said he needed $5,000 for car repairs. I said no, but many friends weren't so lucky." Family dynamics and complexity. Adult children may resent a parent's new partner, fearing inheritance disputes or broken loyalties. "My daughter didn't speak to me for months after I started dating," shares 69-year-old Maria. She said, "Dad's only been gone 2 years." But grief isn't a timeline. Health disparities also strain relationships. If one partner develops dementia or mobility issues, the other often becomes an unwitting caregiver. "I love him, but I didn't sign up to change diapers at 75, admits former nurse Diane, whose boyfriend had a stroke 8 months into their relationship. Yet for all its joys, late-life love demands brutal honesty, especially about mortality. A 2024 Journal of Palliative Medicine study revealed that 68% of seniors avoid discussing end-of-life wishes with new partners, fearing it'll kill the mood. But silence breeds crisis. Take 80-year-old Miriam and Roland, who married swiftly after meeting at a grief group. When Roland was diagnosed with terminal cancer 6 months later, Miriam became his full-time caregiver. "We never discussed hospice or DNRs," she admits. I was too busy playing wife to plan for death. Legal tangles compound the pain. Elder law attorney Susan Smith recounts a client who added her boyfriend of 8 months to her home deed, only for him to sell it post-breakup. Senior cohabitation agreements spiked 300% since 2020, Smith notes. Love is grand. Lawsuits are not. Family resistance cuts deeper. My son accused Carl of being a gold digger, sighs 72-year-old Beverly, whose partner is 15 years younger. We did a prenup to shut him up. Now Carl's the one pushing my wheelchair post-stroke. So who's the gold digger? The science of compatibility after 60. Psychologists argue compatibility matters more later in life. Dr. Alan Tepper, author of Dating After 60, explains seniors have less time to fix relationships. Shared values about money, family, and end-of-life plans become non-negotiable. Dating apps reflect this shift. Silver Singles reports that 82% of users over 60 prioritize financial stability over chemistry in profiles, a reversal from younger demographics. Yet humor still heals. Our first fight was about thermostat settings, chuckles 76-year-old Barbara. He wanted 68 degree. I wanted 74 degrees. We compromised at 71 degree and bought separate blankets. The ghosts of relationships past, navigating past loves adds complexity. A 2023 University of Michigan study found that 62% of seniors compare new partners to deceased spouses, often unconsciously. I kept calling him David, my late husband's name, cringes 69-year-old Gloria. He dumped me after 2 months. Can't blame him. But some find magic in the overlap. Retired therapist Martin, 76, keeps photos of his late wife and new girlfriend side by side. Ellen knows Sandra's part of my story, he says. They'd have been friends. Both hate cilantro and love Sinatra. Divorcees face different ghosts. Twice divorced Hank, 71, admits, my baggage could fill a Boeing. Trust issues, intimacy fears. But my girlfriend's ex cheated with her sister. Trauma bonding? Maybe. But we're learning together. Quotes from the front lines of late life love. On courage, dating at 70 feels like riding a bike. If the bike was on fire and you were blindfolded, jokes 71-year-old divorcee Richard. But then you meet someone who makes you feel 25 again, minus the bad knees. On loss, part of me still loves my late wife, confesses 80-year-old George. But Carol understands. She whispers, send her our regards, when we visit the cemetery. That's how I knew she was the one. On sexuality, yes, seniors have sex, declares 67-year-old Lorraine. My arthritis makes some positions impossible, but creativity beats acrobatics. And thank God for good lighting. Practical tips from experts. 1. Guard your assets, consult an elder law attorney before merging finances. 2. Family first, introduce partners slowly, maybe a group brunch before solo dinners. 3. Health transparency, share medical histories early. As nurse practitioner Tara Lee advises, discuss caregiving expectations before moving in together. 4. Embrace tech. While 55% of seniors use dating apps, many skip safeguards. I reverse image search every profile, says cybersecurity expert Raj Patel. Last week, a 69-year-old widow turned out to be a 25-year-old using her grandma's pics. 5. Redefine intimacy. Sex therapist Dr. Rachel Keller urges, let go of performance pressure. For many seniors, intimacy is shared silence, foot rubs, reading aloud. Orgasm optional. 70-year-old Jim and Linda, both widowed, agree. We tried Viagra once, Jim laughs. Now we stick to backgammon and back rubs. 6. Grieve first, date later. Widower support groups stress the 18-month rule. Wait at least a year and a half post-loss, advises grief counselor Diane Cole. Otherwise, you're not choosing love, you're fleeing pain. But 81-year-old Eleanor disagrees. I married Lou 14 months after Ed died. 18 years later, 0 regrets. Grief isn't math. In closing, love after 60 isn't a fairy tale, it's a choice. A messy, brave, exhilarating choice to rewrite life's third act. As 78-year-old poet and widower Henry says, new love doesn't replace the old. It sits beside it, like 2 roses in the same vase, different blooms, same garden. So whether you're swiping right, slow dancing at the community center, or simply daring to hope, remember, your heart doesn't age. It just grows wiser. Ultimately, love after 60 is a rebellion, against society's whispers that passion has an expiration date. My granddaughter said, "Grandma, you're too old for Tinder," recalls 73-year-old June. "So I bought a lace nightgown and swiped right. Matched with a retired firefighter. Take that, ageism." As anthropologist Helen Fisher argues, the brain's capacity for romantic love doesn't dim with age. If anything, seniors love more wisely, they know loss, so they cherish presence. So here's to handwritten love letters and clumsy first kisses with dentures. To shared Metamucil and arguing over the thermostat. To love that's shorter but sweeter, like a perfectly ripe peach, devoured greedily, juice running down wrinkled hands. Because the only thing riskier than loving at 70? Not loving at all.